He's had so many chances where he could have just given up because of all the injuries that he's had to deal with in the past. It's just amazing to see, as his wife, what goes on behind the scenes. Everyone else sees him on TV playing his game. Like, no one else knows what's going on behind the scenes, and that's one of the most amazing things for me to witness.
I feel like I had too much, cut that out as well.
Yeah,
but
yeah, you take your time to phrase it right, it's fine. Or rather keep it simple. Like,
no, but there's things I'd like to say.
yeah.
Let me just think about this.
Sure.
Anrich Nortje के ना होने से ऐसा लगता है कि इतना बड़ा झटका लगा है
It was sort of, I was looking forward to ODIs against India. I was thinking, okay, I'm going to be ready for that. But then slowly but surely you start working it backwards and you realize that I probably need 4 weeks to bowl to be ready for this, and I haven't bowled yet. So then you cancel out that. Then you go, then maybe 2 weeks before or a week before the tour, you guys find out that I'm not there. But I know already I haven't bowled, so it's no surprise. Then New Zealand comes, same thing. I haven't been bowling, so I know I'm out. Then Bangladesh comes, same thing. So until then, it's been sort of I can't push too hard. We don't know what it is. It could be one thing, and it could be damaging the body a little bit more. So until then, it was just frustrating, because you sort of have that hope every time for the next trip, for the next trip, for the next tour. And then every time you realize, like, that's not going to happen, that's not going to happen. So that's the thing that kept me going, is every time there's something coming up, and then that's also the thing that's been the hardest, when something does come up and you can't make it.
For athletes not to know and not to have some sort of time frame behind an injury becomes mentally exhausting for them. They need to understand, one, what is wrong, what is the longest possible time frame that I am going to be out, and look at what is the process that's going to go from point A to point Z when I'm going to actually return to play. And if you don't have an idea of that mentally, it's extremely exhausting.
I've gone through a lot when I was just out of school. It's always been an issue trying to find the issue or the injury. It's weird enough, it's always been difficult to find it. So same thing now. So that's the irritating and frustrating part, that even nowadays with all the technology there is, we weren't able to find it within, let's say, within a month even.
In the beginning, it was very nice having him home for a change and being able to actually go away together for weekends and do stuff together and all of that. But the longer it went on, the more frustrating it got for both of us. But obviously I couldn't express that all the time, because I had to support him and be there for him.
So there was a bit of an unknown there. You know, a lot of our auction strategy was based around the fact that Anna's would be part of our playing 11 for the first game, and then to find out soon after that there was a chance that he might be ruled out altogether was a bit of a shock for us. But we knew that he was injured. We didn't know the extent of how bad it was, and neither did he.
The comments were made regarding me not bowling at that stage, and I mean, yeah, I'm bowling 100%, and it was just made without the proper medical findings, if I could call it that.
I think one of the frustrating things as well is just like reading things on social media or seeing comments that certain people are saying, and you can't respond to that because you're not allowed to, but you want to say something so badly because you're reading things that are untrue or that are not actual facts or stuff like that. He's not someone that expresses his emotions or feelings at all, which is frustrating in itself. But you can, the longer you know him, the more you catch on to these things in the way he does things or the way he reacts to certain situations. So he might certain days have been very irritable or will get angry quickly or something like that, then I know, okay, we're not having a good day. So he won't say it, but I can see it. And he's someone that likes his space as well. So then I'll just let him be, let him calm down on his own, and later we'll chat about it, or I'll bring it up, obviously not him.
So eventually I took the initiative just to try and find someone to see for the back, because that's where the main issue was. Everyone was thinking it's a stress fracture at that time. So we did all the scans and it showed there's nothing wrong with the back. So once we got to that stage, luckily I had Patrick with me as well, just to sort of assess me.
Sending Patrick over there with him for a few weeks, got him back on track, changed his treatment, changed some of his medicines and things like that to get him back on track.
So from there on I could push on, and then got the right medication. One of our doctors gave me the right medication to go from there. I'm still using it, but it's sort of treating the cause, or what we think could be the cause. Still can't pinpoint to exactly what it is, but the medication I've been using has been helping a lot, and I'm able to bowl, I'm able to play, so that's the main thing.
The support that Pat's given him has been great, and if it wasn't for that interim period, it would have been very difficult for him, I think.
Things that stand out for me with him as well, is or any sports person in that sense, is their ability to stay positive and continue working hard to get back to where they were. And I think if you want to be successful in anything you do, whether it's sports or business or just as a person, it's how many times you get up, that cliche saying of it's not about how many times you fall down, it's about how many times you get back up. It's always one of the most amazing feelings ever, seeing the person that you love, doing what they love, and just that excitement, and it's just an indescribable feeling. And I think that's what's so nice about the DC family as well, is everyone feels the same emotions you do because they also love him just as much. So it's always great to know that you have that type of support with you as well.
Thanks so much, John. Appreciate it. I think it was 2 days before we left, we actually found out that we're leaving. We're going to leave. So it was a long time at home, and just to be going through that phase of packing again, and to be getting onto a flight and knowing it's not for medical reasons, it's actually for cricketing reasons, which was nice. Just trying to sort of get into that mindset of cricket and where I left it. I felt like I was in a good sort of state when I played my last game. So just trying to get into that space again, trying to get into that mental space, the thought patterns and everything. But all in all, it's just nice to be around a group and just all the energy and the DC family. Just great to be with everyone again.
And yeah, I mean, I always just told them, was everything happens for a reason. I'm a big believer in that. And the bigger picture in the end is going to be worth it. So stay positive, stay patient, because it's going to all work out like it's supposed to. Yeah.